Hello, my friends. Welcome to Spicy Cat Colors. I'm Kathy, trying to get situated here. Today, I don't really know. This is kind of my 2023 plans, but I don't have a lot for plans. So you will hopefully have already seen my 10 books to finish video. So sorry, I totally just yawned. I need to go to bed, but I wanted to film this while the house is quiet for a minute. So I don't have a lot for plans, but we'll go over them. Mostly, I wanted to show you my planner book setups for the year because you will see them a lot. So first up, I am continuing Season Friends. You've seen this one. Why am I so close? So this is a book I started last year. I picked it up at Target. It is hardcover. I mean, it's just cardboard, but hardcover, spiral bound, and I have to put in my 2022 stats, but I need to do that video yet. Anyway, this book I started beginning of January 2022, and I was inspired by my friend Jamie's Coloring Love. She was doing something similar, and I'm like, that is a brilliant idea. So I started writing down every single page I color, and I plan to continue until the book is full, which would be years worth. But yeah, I have like some color coding, some highlighting, some little symbols. That all kind of means something to me as far as how I like to track things, and I just keep going, and then at the end of the month I draw a line so I know that the next month starts. I also put the dates over here. So this worked really well for me in 2022, so I'm going to continue it. And I can tell you at the end of the year I colored 924 pages. Wowza, that's a lot. Again, I'll go over it when I do a wrap-up video. But the previous year, 2021, I did 614. So I did a lot of coloring. And now I am starting out fresh, page 925 for January. So this journal, a book type, whatever you want to call it, will continue. And then I have some new things to show you. So this is a book that my friend Dory sent me. It is a planner. It's Rifle Paper Company 2022. I am not using it as a planner. I wasn't sure when she showed it to me. I'm like, yeah, I thought it might work. And then you'll see what I ended up doing. But I do want to utilize this because what I like to do is buddy colors. And I wanted to kind of have, just like I have this as a central spot to keep track of all my pages, I do keep track of my buddy colors in my journal for the year, but I wanted something that I could carry forward and use. So I took this and I adapted it. I am not bothering to change out a whole bunch. I did a title page. And like the things as far as this, I don't know, they may just stay. But what I did do, you can see, so there were tabs for each month, January, February, March, and I used some little stickers and put them into alphabet tabs, and I have them on front and back. So what used to be January is, it still says January, I didn't change that, but on these, each little square, I'm kind of just leaving it, and then I am putting the name, the Instagram or YouTube name of the friend I buddy color with. And I'm not going backwards. Again, I am so sorry for the yawning. Hi. I'm not going backwards, so this is just starting as of 2023. And then how I thought would kind of be fun, when I go into, again, I'm just leaving this up here for now, but I have a bunch of fun stickers, so I put those over the dates, and I just did that throughout the whole book. So then here, Amanda Lynn Creates, I did a buddy color with her in January, and then I just wrote the date and what we colored, so that if we do future buddy colors, I will just add them in this little spot. Again, I don't know what my full intention is, but this is my plan. Here's C and D. I do a monthly buddy color with the lovely Megan, and there you are. Like I said, I just used stickers, various stickers had that I just used up. They don't even all have anything really to do with coloring, but yeah, I thought this is going to be fun, and we'll see how it goes throughout the year. In my mind, this seems like a good idea, and it's not really a contest as far as how many buddy colors I do or how many I do with with a specific person. If I just do one, if I end up doing 20, that it's just, I wanted a single spot to track all of that. So that is this one, and I did add, can you tell, that cute little kitty sticker. So then another thing I had shown you in my recent Lyrica haul, which I will link in. This is a little Disney bullet journal that I had purchased. It is all in French, and it is a journal as far as it's undated. So if you are looking for a cute journal, this is adorable. It is it's thicker. It's almost like a coated cardstock. I mean, I think I could tear this or cut it if I really wanted to, but it's definitely not as thick as the last two. So if you are looking for a super cute planner, and I think this is probably geared at kids, because there is like a spot in here to do like your school schedule, you know, your class schedule. So you just fill in the dates, and then there's some blanks. Oh, this is probably, again, I don't know, where you could like put stuff, but in between each month they have some type of activity. So I don't know what this one is, but what I have done is, I did mention it in my January plans, but I am planning to do a year-long Disney, and it may go further than that, hashtag. There are several Disney hashtags out there that I very much enjoy participating in, and this I just created it for myself, but I thought, hey, maybe other people would want to do it. So I have all of my big Disney color by number books. Again, in my 10 books to finish, I mentioned that one of my focuses, my bonus focus, is I'm going to try and do 100 pages in those. So I'm going to try that. And what I thought I could do is, so I've inventoried my books as far as the movies that are in each of the books. Again, weird little organizational things are a quirk of mine that just bring me a little bit of joy. So I decided I'm entering all of them into a wheel spinner app website, and I will pick a movie every month. So in my plans video for the month, you will find out the movie I picked. January, I decided to choose the movie Brave, because that is kind of my theme for the year. And then the actual hashtag is hashtag SpiceyCatDisney. So if you colored a picture with any of the characters from the movie Brave, or you used a color palette that was inspired, or you found a character that reminded you of someone from Brave, it doesn't have to be the Disney thing, and you post to social media, please use that so I can see it. So aside from that, this is my Disney tracker book. So here's what I did. Takes me a long time to get into this. I really didn't try to like hide the fact it was a planner. I just worked with it, and a bunch of this I just left. I don't know if I'll do anything here, but I just thought it was interesting and fun. So here's like if I wanted to have a school schedule, which I don't have. But then I took and all of my books that I have purchased, and as I purchase them, they are getting a page. So I don't have them all yet. The Grand Classiques, various, like this is Tomb 1, but it was just called the Grand Classiques. It's like the OG. And then they go into Tomb 2, Tomb 3. So I'm printing out the cover, and then I found this grid. I just Googled it, found it on line and copied it because it's of 100. I am pasting that. And as far as what I'm noting on the side here, I'm noting the date I purchased it and the date I started. And then as I color pages, I'm going to color them in, highlight them, however, whatever. I don't know that I'm going to use the same color all the time. It doesn't really matter because I'm not tracking like when I did them. I just want to know how many pages out of the 100 I've completed in a book. That way I can easily flip through and see that this book doesn't have anything colored in and could definitely need some love. So if I'm feeling Disney, I can just pull this book out, as opposed to getting all of the big books out and trying to look through them. So 100 pages, if I know I just want to color in this one so it gets a page done, I will find something. And whether it ties into my monthly prompt. Anyway, this is just my little tracker to keep track of all of those books, and you may notice that several of them do not have anything in them. So this was the last one that I've actually hauled. I still need to purchase Tomb 7 and Tomb 8. I put them in here because I plan on purchasing them. In fact, this one is on its way, so I really only need Tomb 8, and I did already have Tomb 9. And then it just ended that those ended at 9. So if they do more, I do have space to add at least 2 more of the Grand Classiques. This I thought was super cute. Don't know that I'm going to do it, but I could, they have like color coding to like note your emotions, which this would be really fun to do in a planner. In general, just, you know, a dot for each day and then assign a color for your emotion for the day. Wouldn't that be really pretty at the end of the month? Or the year even. Okay, anyway. My fiber friends have heard of like temperature blankets that they crochet a certain color based on the temperature, and you like crochet a day or a row a day based on the temperature. Anyway, this could kind of be like the emotion temperature chart. Then I have other books. So these are kind of the, I don't guess I have to show you all of these, but I'm talking about my planners, so we're going to go through it. So I had to, just because of the character. This is February, but I don't know if I'm going to like make a note here of the books I have. I don't know, or I'm just going to leave it because it's pretty. I didn't want to cover things up because I may want to do something with them. So, and here's another one. I did not have the dog book. I didn't think I wanted it, but then I've seen some flips and I'm like, you know what? At this point, don't think I need every one of the books, because I certainly don't, at this time, care for the trompe l'oeil. I can't even say it. The illusion ones where you see one character, but then when you color it, it's a different one. I don't care for those because I don't like to see the lines of the other character, if that makes sense. Now, if I use acrylic paint, that would take care of it, but I have more than enough books here to do that. So I put my babies in here, and these are not really in any order other than like Pixar 1 and 2 I put side by side, but now if I get a Pixar 3, it's going to be out of order. Same with, I don't know if I want the original Mickey and Friends. This was the one released last year in 2022, and when I saw flip-throughs, I liked those images better, which is why I bought it. But at some point, maybe I'll want it, you know, maybe if I finish some of these books. So I've just been adding them in bit by bit. This one is on its way to me. And then you can see there's still plenty of room. So now I am into March. I can just continue on. I did do a bit of, I skipped some months because there are other books. So I consider these, even though they aren't Disney characters, I want to track it in here, and I am considering these books, like Looney Tunes, as well as the other ones I'm going to show you, will count in my 100-page goal, because they're just the format, it's all very similar. So I thought if they offered other books, like I'm pretty sure Disney owns the rights to the Muppets. That would be a really fun one. I know there is a Star Wars book, but I'm not a Star Wars fan, so I don't need that. But if I do, I will put them in here. And then these are just the other, I also have the 100-page, this is the one I have, the Animal Mysteries. I know there is a cat-specific one. There's a mandala one I like. There's a witch one. There's several different, there's an art one. So those, as I purchase them, they will get added in. And then I also put in there's some 50-page ones. And I have this one of the baby animals, and I recently hauled this in my last haul. So again, that only is through June, and they're not all full, but there's plenty of room. So I just thought this is nice and durable. It's small, it's compact, it's easy to keep on my desk, and easy for me to look to see if there's a book that needs a little bit of love. So that's my Disney. I'm calling it Disney. Again, it includes all of those large Hatchet Hero books. So I thought this would be fun to show you the evolution of my coloring planner. So I really dove back into adult coloring. I've always been artistic. I've always done coloring. I was doing it on cards primarily, not in coloring books. And in end of 2020, about October or so, I really got back into it. And then I started my YouTube channel. So this was, if you're a seasoned friend, you know this one. This was my original journal that I used for 2021. And it was just a composition book I picked up at Walmart. And I had a lot of stuff going on in here. And it's all, you know, I did my 10 books to finish back then. Did I? I did not finish them all. That is for sure. I have since finished this one, and this is still not, and I finished this one, but I have not. In fact, I don't think I colored this at all last year. Oh, bad Kathy. So I had like specific goals. I went like way out, and this is a lot of glue stick, washi tape. I printed out, I had like extreme goals for every month, which was a lot for me to do. I started just taping in little inserts. Then I tracked, what did I track? Like, as I got new books, I tracked my buddy colors in here, but they all ended up needing more. I tracked my spending. I kept track of tags. I actually like wrote the tag and wrote everything in here. So it worked for my first time. And there's some blanks in here, a lot of blanks at the end that I didn't end up using, but I was done, so I wasn't going to worry about that. And yeah, I put some personal, like I did some swaps, so I put little things in here. So for a first time journal, this worked absolutely fine, and I enjoyed it. So then last year, I used the Johanna Basford coloring planner, and I was very, very tempted to get the one this year because it's gorgeous. It's purple, and this really, really, really worked for me for what I do. I don't do actual planning, and I also use this as one of my 10 books to finish, which I did do, so I will do a finish flip, I guess, of it. And I did a lot of customization in this book where I like covered things up. This was my 10 books to finish. I had monthly prompts that I had given myself. I'm not doing that this year other than the Disney one. And then this didn't really work. I thought I would have a place to keep track of hashtags all year and keep adding. And I was finished with that. I think by May I quit writing them down because I never referenced it. And then what I would do every month is at the end of the month, I printed out all of my buddy colors and put a picture in of those. And if I did a crafty day, crafty vacation, which I did the first week of January, I kept track of what I did, like where I was at, how many pages I colored, what I did crafty wise. Otherwise, I didn't really keep track. I started kind of to, and then I'm like, nope, I didn't. And yeah, just did the coloring. And at the month end, I would do, if I had like tags. So let's find one further back where I was doing more of them. Here you can see like my completed bingo boards. I have all of this on my computer. And then when I post online, like for my Coloropoly or various prompts, Jamie's Coloring Love, I like to do her prompts. And I would, Jessie, Happy Colors, Scavenger Hunt. I create these and post them on Instagram, so then I just would print them out. So it worked really well for me. And at the end, I had a spot here. I kept track of all of my new books, and this worked well, except some months there wasn't enough space. 10 books to touch. I'm not doing that in 2023. This I didn't really have a use for, so I just left it. I still need to fill this out, my totals for the year, but it just worked really well. And I liked the size. And so I really thought about getting that for 2023, but I was so done coloring by the end. I do love Johanna Basford's work, but since I told myself I had to color all of these pages, some of them I just didn't care for. But I wanted to do it because I like to complete things, and I tried some different techniques, but I was just done, and I was sad because I didn't really color in my other Johanna Basford books, which I want to color in. So that's why I did not get, and I thought, well, I could get it and just not color the pages, but no, I'm trying something new again. So, are you ready to see the 2023 planner for SpiceyCatColors? I had to zoom out because it's ginormous. Here you guys go. This is the 2023 planner. Can you see how much bigger it is? It takes up a lot of space on my desk. Let me grab, because of course I have a coloring book right here. Let's see, it is even bigger than a coloring book. Obviously there's the binder, or the binding, and then height-wise it's about the same, but it does stick out a little bit width. So again, this is big. This is the planner from Sarah Renee Clark. I have not hauled it yet. I also have the color cubes, which so many people have, and I need to do my haul, my supply haul. So you're kind of getting a sneak peek, but this is what I purchased. And it is, as I said, huge. It's huge. But I think I'm going to like it. Now, it does have coloring pages in. I'm going to kind of give you a general flip of how I set it up. I'm not going to do like a full flip of the calendar. This is available, well, she is in Australia, so I ordered it, I don't even remember, at the same time I ordered the color cubes, and it did arrive, and here's what I did. So I put my name in, and then I was trying to use up stickers, so I put cat words, and so this is all could be colored, and maybe I will color a stripe a month. I don't know. And if I don't, I don't. And then, I don't know, I think this was a grid. I covered it up. So I just took some cardstock, and then here are my 10 books to finish that I will work on. I have my bonus. This is what I just talked about with my Disney 100. And then I'm also doing, which I haven't told, this is part of my plans, is I have a lot of coloring books. I don't know the total. I'm actually hoping to film a D-stash as well, but I know I have at least 100 that are uncolored in, not to mention as I purchase new ones. So part of my goal for 2023 is to color at least a page, hopefully more, because I really do try to do more than one page when I'm working in a book. Figure I have the book out, it's on my desk, just do another page. And so the goal is to have this filled in, and I just called it my to be touched grid. So we'll see how many of these. And if you look at this, the only ones that have are colored in were this book right here, my Women's World. I have 7 pages colored, so there's a lot of griddage to color in. And same thing here. I thought, well, if I want to, whatever marker I'm coloring those in, maybe I'll fill some of this in. Again, we don't know. Then I thought this worked out perfect. This spread is 2023 at a glance, and it had a spot for each month. And I liked doing this format last year, so I just kept track, or I just continued it through, where I will put just my snapshot of, at the end of the month, I tally up my completed pages, color by number and non-color by number. I keep track of the books I colored in that month, the number of them, and the number of PDFs, my buddy colors, any new books that I've acquired, newly touched books I colored, and any supplies I used up. I'm really trying to think of a way that's not going to be another book, or to keep track, because like when I total up the books I colored in, some of them I color in more than 1 month, so it's not like unique books. I'd be curious to find a way to track how many unique books I color. And I suppose I could use one of the sheets in here and just start writing them down. I'm not sure. This part I don't know. I didn't want to fill it in because I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything with it. It's like it gives you some yearly goals as far as your personal life, your health, family, friendships, career, learning, motivation, what you're going to do to achieve that. Not sure what I'm going to do. I could like put cardstock over this and like start a list of actual books I colored. And then this is kind of fun. I got this idea from Danielle, Danny Buttons. She, did you actually do this? I know you put it in your planner last year, and I don't remember if you actually colored them in. Now, she paints her nails, and I use primarily Color Street nail strips. So I thought it would be fun to have like this grid of all the different nails I do. So believe it or not, I've only put these snowflakey ones on, and they need to be replaced. But I'm gonna wait till February, so not that it matters when I do it, but I usually always have 1 or 2 strips I don't use. So instead of just like throwing them away or trying to save them, and then that doesn't work because that's a battle I have. If you didn't know, Emily over at Color Me Impressed does sell. She is a consultant with Color Street. And Emily, thank you. You're amazing. You keep trying to help me. So I think this is going to be fun. I'm going to do this. And really, because they last so long for me, I may change them twice a month, but a lot of times they'll last 3 weeks. So I don't think I'll need a lot more space. And if I do, I'll go into the borders. We'll work that out. So then each month, this is how it's set up. So I don't know. This is the coloring page. And then this is kind of, I think for the rest of the month, this is the design that Sarah Renee Clark came up with. So here is a grid, and what I intend to do, because these pages are larger, I plan to do the same thing with my buddy colors. I will print those out, and are like little half and half pages, because I think that is fun. And I may or may not do, I don't think I'm going to set goals for myself. So this page will probably get filled in with something. I may jot down anything if there was something special that happened. And then I also plan to print out and post. I'll have my buddy colors. I will do the completed like grids, like the bingo board with Danny Button's Patreon. any of the scavenger hunt tag type of things, the pictures I do, I'll make a little grid and print those out. And then I plan to print out anything for my personal. So my personal hashtag for the Disney, I will take a snapshot of Instagram and print those pictures out for everyone that used that tag for the month and list the movie. And then also I have started doing my group buddy colors, which I plan to continue. And that is also announced in my plans video at the beginning of the month. I will show you the page I am choosing and then tell you what the prompt is in case you don't have the same book. So if you participate in that, here's the hashtag SpiceyCatBuddies. And so again, I'm planning to fill those in. So I have a lot of space in here. I don't know that I'm going to get it filled up every month. And I thought, you know what? I could just tear them out if I don't use them. I'm not sure, because there's a lot of real estate in here. And then at the end of the month, they have like memories and reflections. Not sure. So then, same thing, you can see then February has a different coloring page, and then that's the same theme throughout. So these, all the way through, I do really like, though, where the Johanna Basford does not have the tabs. I really do like the tabs, although I never struggled as far as like finding where I needed to go in the Johanna Basford. And then let's zip to the end of the book. I haven't finished setting everything out. So then at the end of the journal, there are a couple just blank pages. I will do something with these. Here I could do year in review reflections. May or may not do it. I really don't know. But what I have set up is on this page, again, I made my own little headers. And I am going to, any books I complete, here is a spot. And this has a space for 12 books. Now that is very ambitious for me to think I may complete 10 books. I don't think I will. I mean 10. I have the 10 books to finish, but really only 5 of them are the physical whole book. So this leaves me 7 more spaces of books to finish. I would be so proud if I did fill all of these in, but regardless, I can fill the information in. What I did do last year, and I really liked it, I actually did a video from 2021, but I didn't track it. So that was where I learned my lesson as far as like picking a favorite page every month. And again, another video I need to film is my favorite pages from 2022 that I colored. And how it works for me is because I like to do kind of an equal amount of color by number and non-color by number, I pick a favorite of each. And I just jot it down as far as what the book was and the page. And maybe I'll instead do a printout of the page. I don't know. I could change it. And then at the end of the year, it's very easy for me to see all of the books and the pages, so when I want to make the video, it's a lot easier. So that is what this one is. Then I took and did social media. I made an Instagram page and a YouTube page. And this was a calendar grid, I think, for 2024. So I just kept it. Here it's got January, February, March, April, May, June, and then this bottom part was like a dot grid. So I just made it work and then wrote my own for July, August, September. And over here I have YouTube, and instead of like reinventing the wheel and covering it all up, I just flip-flopped my calendar. So January actually starts here, and I don't care that it's going to go January, February, March and then come back up. So it's just a spot. All I keep track of is the starting number of subscribers / followers, and then I'll jot down the end number. I will jot down the number of posts that I put out there and list the change. So nothing too detailed. And I've mentioned this before, if you're a new friend, I don't put a lot of personal weight on what those numbers are as far as the followers and the subscribers. because in my opinion, that is pretty much out of my control. There are people that like put that as a goal to get so many subscribers or followers. For me, my YouTube and my coloring are hobbies, so I know I can't put the time in to be consistently posting and engaging and trying to build my channel. I do it for fun. I love to chit chat and connect with people, but I really feel I have no control over the number of people that click that follow or subscribe button. So I just like numbers. And then back here, we'll see if this is enough space. So I just put this as new books. I think this was maybe blank. I don't know. I put stickers and covered it up. And I can easily jot down like the month, and I may grid it out. I don't know yet, because it would be very easy to make this into 6 on each side. But it'll really depend. I am not going to, last year I tried to do a slow buy and I did pretty well, and then I didn't. So I'm not putting any expectations. I'm going to just keep doing what I've been trying to, which is focus on what I have. But if there's something I want, I'm going to buy it. I try to, for the most part, limit like my Amazon purchase to once a month. And other than that, if I do an occasional Lyrica or Book Outlet or Dover or any other place, I'm just going to allow myself. I'm not feeling guilt for it. If I have the money for it, I'm going to do it. And this is where I'll also track if I receive any Wahoo mail from people, which again, not asking for it, never expected, greatly appreciated. And then it's the end. So, that ended up being a lot longer, but like I said, I wanted to show you guys. And what I think is fun, well, because with the tabs, I don't really need this since I'm not using the little ribbon to like mark, oh, we're on this week of the month, which is where I can see you would use it. But, oh, the other thing I think I'm going to do, and we'll see after, when you see my completed pages for January, if I did it, what I thought is, because I do take a picture of every single page I color for the month. Now, I don't post all of them on Instagram, but I like to have them so then, again, when I'm like filling out a bingo board or a scavenger hunt or any of those tag type grids that I do, I think that's something I want to show you guys how I do that as well, because I have had people ask me. So I have a picture of every page I colored, and it would be very easy for me to just connect my phone to my computer, and you can print the images without having to like import them into anything. You just like select all, and it's part of the way you can print images, and it'll like say how many on a page. So I thought that would be kind of fun too. I don't know if I do it at the beginning or the end, but to just print those out, and that could fill up probably 2 pages. So that was another way I thought, because I'm like, criminy, I'm not going to do, especially because right now I'm slowing down on buddy colors. I was trying to think of other things to fill the pages with, but I will also, I should say, as far as looking forward, let me close this. In 2023, I do plan, and I don't expect this one will change, in October, we will do Buddy Ween again. That was a great success as far as for me, and it seems like people had fun with it, and especially other people reached out and started buddy coloring with people, which is my whole goal. I love coloring. I love our community, and not everyone has someone in their physical life that they can be crafty or color with. So to be able to do that virtually is one of the greatest perks, I think, of our community and building friendships. So I will be doing Buddy Ween 2023 in October, so hopefully everyone can look forward to that. And last year I had plans to do a Christmas in July tag, and it didn't happen because I think my husband was just out of hospital. I don't know. My life goes crazy, and then I can't get done what I want to do. And that is exactly what happened. So I was unable to do that tag. I think I was unable to prep because I needed to do the prep in June, and that's when he was sick. So it didn't happen. So I'm going to try again to do that this June or July. So we shall see. If not, there's always the next year. But those are really the only goals. My monthly Buddy Color and my monthly Disney, which I guess is also a Buddy Color or just a prompt for, and those are just if people want to participate. It's not any big deal. I'm going to do them, and it's always just fun because, yeah, people, I, for one, am sometimes looking for inspiration and ideas of what to color, and that is where I look to all of you. And I appreciate that there's so many great tags going on, like monthly tags. So it seems like in the past year especially, we've kind of switched from doing some of our tags as like actual videos into just like a monthly throw it out there and give people a list of things to find in their books. And I think that's great. And there's no rules. Nobody gets to be, you know, no one's stealing anybody else's idea. It's everyone kind of has like given their own little twist to it. And I think it's great. And even if it's the same thing as somebody else is already doing, well, you're going to do it your own way. And that is okay. So it's been fun. There's always so many great hashtags and ideas, and I do not get to participate in nearly enough of them. That is for sure. Or I forget. It's like, oh yeah, I wanted to do that, and I just don't. So let me recap for you. This is the coloring planner, and then I have my Buddy Color book to track, and I have my Disney and my completed pages. So I have 4 books to keep on my desk, including trying to think if I can get I don't think I can get them in a nice little oh, that kind of works. Oh no, I want to move this down a little bit. Trying to think if we can do a I can't think. Anyway, this is exactly what I've got going on. So I'm excited. These are kind of big, so it's going to take up space on my desk, but I just need to be organized, and then how I'm doing my coloring books as well. So not a lot, just this was more of a showing you my planner's plan instead of 2023 plans, but I like to just keep it open. I don't know what it's going to be like, and that's where, if anything, by being now year 3 of being part of ColorTube and making videos, I just feel that it is, for me personally, I feel better and seem to do more coloring with less structure. And some of you are thinking, this is way too much structure. But like, I don't try to do specific pages other than my 10 books to finish. I'm really just focused on having fun. And I guess that's the biggest goal for me in 2023, is to continue to have fun with my hobbies, which is coloring and making videos, and continuing building the friendships with my seasoned friends and making new friends, because there's no limit to the number of friends that you can have. And yeah, there you go, friends. Okay, I am going to let you go because, again, this is longer than it needs to be. So thank you for popping in and checking this out. I would love to hear if anybody else uses the Sarah Renee Clark planner, because I have not seen it, but I will admit I have not been able to watch as much ColorTube as I would normally be. I'm like months behind, but I have not seen this one pop up, and it's a giant one. So I'm curious if people do have it and use it, if you use it just for coloring, if you use it like for traditional journaling and tracking life events. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. It was pricey though. I want to say it was at least $35 American, maybe more, but she did have the option. I mean, you could buy like a package where you could have this also digitally, which I know I'm not that good of a planner, but I just like to have the physical book. Anyway, Sarah Renee Clark, check out her website, and yeah, we'll see how it works out. And then by 2024, if I go back to the Johanna one, if I go back to this, if I go back to my DIY method, or if something else comes out that sparks my attention. So thank you, thank you, thank you, friends. You are amazing. I know the one thing that I plan to do this year that nothing will get in the way of, and that is taking every chance I have to tell you, you matter. You're beautiful. You're amazing. I love you. My hands are too fat. I can't really do the good heart thing, but you are. And if I achieve nothing else with my videos, I hope that I can bring you up just a little bit if you're having a bad day or a bad month, whatever it is, just if you needed to hear the reminder that whatever path your life is on right now, you are not alone. I believe in higher power leading and guiding us. And even though it may seem bleak and dark, I do believe there is light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not the train coming right at you. There is hope. There is always hope. And you are valued and worthwhile, and you deserve to take care of yourself and love yourself. That is one of the hardest things. I don't know if I will ever learn to do that until my last breath. Why is loving yourself can be so difficult and so hard, and loving other people and trusting other people can be so easy, and yet you can get so hurt by it. I don't know life's questions. I mean, life's answers. I know none of that. I just know that I am so grateful that I'm not walking alone in this life, and that I have friends like all of you. So I hope you feel the same way, because you are truly loved and valued. Bye, friends. I will see you again. Hopefully it will be not, June before you're seeing my 2022 wrap-ups, but yeah, expect to see those in February. Bye, guys.